Prediction of cinch, love me or hate me, there's no between. So we already know this fucking case is fucking retarded, bro. This is the most dumbest fucking shit I ever heard in my fucking life. There's no racketeering. There's no sex trafficking. There's no drugs or tax evasion. Nothing going on. It's just a humiliation ritual for this nigga Diddy, B. Diddy's a scumbag anyway. He treated people like items, but it is what it is. But when he went after my man Trump, he down with Hillary and that fucking Barack Obama talking about Trump should be banished. Fuck this nigga. I don't give a fuck what they do with Diddy. I'm just here to highlight this is the dumbest shit I ever heard in my motherfucking life. Kid Cudi and this motherfucker squashed the beef or whatever. They can't find out that the nigga blew up the car or not. And it looked like it was a bullshit Molotov cocktail. Like, cause that shit didn't even go up in flames like that. It looked like somebody probably just put an accelerant in the shit and just lit it. Cause I said if it was a real Molotov cocktail, that whole car would have been demolished. I said this shit looked like it just fell on the side of the seat or some shit like that. This is a bullshit fucking case, bro. The judge even said today, why aren't we seeing the evidence towards racketeering and sex trafficking? And Diddy, he was the party man. He came with party favors. His dude, one stop, no pun intended, one stop shop. He had Quaaludes, probably shrooms, Viagras, Cialis, coke, weed, ketamine, MDMA, ecstasy. Fucking, they said he had ecstasy pills that look like Obama. Like, who gives a fuck? These are party favors. When you're throwing a party or you're having a sex romp or you're having a swingers party, niggas have the drugs on deck. It doesn't mean he's a fucking drug. Y'all making it seem like this nigga's trafficking humans and shit and bringing in cocaine by the boatload like BMF. This nigga did none of that shit. He's just a fucking freak. He likes semen smeared off or licking Cassie clean. They said the nigga licked. One of the dudes said, one of the fucking prostitutes, the male escort said, she wanted me to take my load and put it on her vagina so he could lick it clean. This nigga's a freak, bro. Oh my god, this nigga, bro. Shit. Throw up in my mouth just thinking about some nasty shit. That's some nasty shit, bro. Some nasty shit. Don't get me wrong, I clean my load off. You know, I lick my load off. It is what it is. It's my load on my shorty. I do it. I do some freaky shit like that, but it's me on my shorty. I lick my load right off. But you licking another nigga's load off your girl? Nah, bro. This nigga's crazy. I don't want no other nigga DNA in my mouth. No Diddy, nigga. Facts. This shit crazy. This shit is wild. This is the wildest shit I ever heard in my motherfucking life, B. Damn, my fucking dread. This is the wildest shit I ever heard in my motherfucking life. This is some wild shit to be hearing, B. Wild. Disgusting and wild. But listen to this excerpt. It just sound like two boyfriends that had beef. One nigga didn't know he was fucking with her. Other niggas like, yo, you can't fuck with my girl. They met over these to squash the beef. Da, da, da. No proof that Diddy burnt your fucking car. It's dumb, bro. It just, where's the racketeering case? Then they said the nigga, he walked in the spot. He said, they was at this Soho house and he walked in the spot. He said Diddy got both his hands behind his back, looking out the window. He said he looked like a Marvel supervillain. So that's what he looked like. So the whole courtroom was laughing. That's what she said. So Access Hollywood, fair use, nigga. You already know.
Courtroom. I mean, it was silent. All eyes were on him, and Combs was looking directly at him as he entered the courtroom. I mean, I think that all of these people that have testified so far, it's probably their first time testifying in a federal trial. So Kid Cudi seemed at ease, but also, I think, stressed to be there.
When Kid Cudi got up to the stand, he talked a little bit about the history between him and Cassie's relationship. Kind of break down what he said about that.
Kid Cudi said that he met Cassie in 2008, and then they eventually made some music together, that it was actually Combs who asked him to collaborate with Cassie, and that at first they were friends, but then their relationship turned romantic. But during this time, he had no idea, during the year that he was dating Cassie in 2011, that she was also dating Diddy. At one point, Brian Steele, who cross-examined Kid Cudi, said, "So she was playing both you and Diddy?" And he said yes. He also said that at one point when he got to know Cassie, that she did say that she had been in a romantic relationship with Sean Combs and that he had been physically violent. But he also testified that he was not aware of any sexual violence.
This just proves
he also talked about an incident from December 2011, which had to do with a break-in into his house. Can you tell me a little bit about what he said about that incident?
So Kid Cudi talked about an incident from December 2011 when Cassie called him one morning around 5:30, 6 a.m. and that she was very stressed out. She said Diddy had just found out that they were dating and that he had asked for his address and that Cassie gave him Kid Cudi's address.
Dummy.
And that she was very, very worried about what he was going to do next. So he said that when he got that phone call from Cassie, that he sprung into action, although he was confused about why it would matter if Sean Combs knew that he was dating Cassie, because he had no reason to believe that they were still romantically involved. Remember, Kid Cudi had been dating Cassie, he says, for about a year at this point. He went and he got her from her apartment and he took her to the only place he thought would keep her safe, which is the Sunset Marquis. It's a hotel in LA. So in this phone call with Cassie, she says, "Look, Diddy knows we're dating. He asked for your address. I gave him your address, and I'm so scared right now." So he goes and he picks her up at her place and takes her to the Sunset Marquis Hotel. While they're there, they got a phone call from a friend of Cassie's who said, "I'm sitting in front of your house right now, Kid Cudi. Sean Combs and an associate of his are inside your house." And that's when he was like, "What is going on?" He said he was angry. So he gets in his car. He said it was a Porsche 911 convertible. And on his way to the house, that's when he's starting to get worried about, what am I walking into? Could Combs have weapons? Who else could be there at the house? Could this turn violent? Although he said he did want to fight Combs for breaking into his house. And so he called 911, but he also called Combs and he said, "Why are you in my house?" And he said, "I'm on my way." So when he got to his house, Diddy wasn't there. What he did notice was that his surveillance cameras were turned the other way, some Christmas presents were unwrapped from Chanel for his family, and that also his dog was in a bathroom with the door closed. And he said, he was looking around, he didn't see Diddy, he calls Diddy and he's like, "Where are you?" And Combs is like, "I'm on my way to your house." But Combs never shows up. The police show up and Kid Cudi files a police report. So after all of this, he ends up having some text exchanges with Combs. Combs says, "I want to talk to you." And Kid Cudi actually went to Cassie's home for the holidays in Connecticut for Christmas. And he said he didn't want to talk to Diddy. He was really upset that he had gone into his house, that his dog was all shook up by the incident and acting jittery, and that he just really had a bad taste in his mouth about everything.
Last week, we heard Cassie testify about Combs threatening to set fire to his Porsche. Talk to me about what he said inside today about that incident.
Now, this is the dumb shit right here. Watch this.
After this whole incident in which Combs allegedly broke into his house. So on this particular night, he's staying at an ex-girlfriend's house, and while he's there, early in the morning, he gets a call from his dog's babysitter who's house sitting for him and says, "Your car's on fire in the driveway." So, he instructs her to call 911. The authorities and the fire department show up at his house, and then he calls a friend to go there and start taking pictures of his car. When he gets there, authorities are already at the scene, and what they find is something called a Molotov cocktail. That was a bottle with liquid in it and a rag that had been set on fire, and somebody had cut the roof of his convertible and dropped it inside. And then we saw pictures of all this.
Now look at this fucking convertible,
today,
bro.
And he said that unfortunately his car could not be repaired. So
this is bullshit right here. A Molotov cocktail when they did that. They sprayed some type of accelerant on that shit, bro. It landed right there by the corner of the chair. That car would have been what? A real Molotov cocktail with a real accelerant in it. Like, come on. This shit ain't do nothing to that fucking car. They just cut the hole in the car and they lit looked like they put a couple of pieces of fucking flames on that shit and it caught fire. The main fire was right here, looked like it. This looked like where it got caught fire. Somebody just tore something in there. The rest of the shit like other shit that's look like casualties of war. Little indent there. Get the fuck out of it. This whole fucking case is a bunch of bullshit, bro.
Police collected all of this evidence, and there was some sort of an investigation. But today we heard on cross-examination Brian Steele, who's a very famous attorney out of Atlanta who represented Young Thug and his State Rico case. And he got up there and really tried to poke holes in this idea that Combs was the one who destroyed his Porsche. And he said, look, there was an investigation, nobody was charged, and they even took DNA evidence and fingerprints at the scene. And what connects Combs to this incident, right? Because all we really know is that Cassie said that Combs threatened to do this, but there isn't any security footage. There isn't any proof that Combs either told somebody to do it or actually did it himself. So Kid Cudi says that the very next day after this car incident, he actually meets Diddy at Soho House. So he's like, enough is enough. I'm going to call Combs. So he calls Combs. He's like, we need to meet up. So they decide to meet at Soho House, which is this very famous private members only club that has locations all around the world. Kid Cudi arrives to Soho House, and Diddy's head of security, D-Rock, takes him to this conference room. And he actually described to the jury that when he walked in, Combs was looking out the window with his arms behind his back, and he said he looked like a Marvel supervillain. And at that point, the entire courtroom started to laugh. And so he's describing how they're both talking.
They said he walked in. He said he walked in, has his hands behind his back, looking out the glass, looking like a Marvel supervillain. Are you fucking kidding me? This nigga, the whole fucking case is a joke. It's a joke. The whole case is a fucking joke. What the fuck? It makes no sense. There's no proof that he put the Molotov cocktail in there. It don't even look like a Molotov cocktail. Nigga, all he had to do was find another Porsche 911 seats. There's no engine damage. Nothing. He still probably got that fucking Porsche. Or probably fixed it up a little bit. Got some reupholstery done to the shit. Probably $2-3 grand for the reupholstery. And fixed the drop. Y'all made it seem like the shit blew up. He ain't do shit to that fucking car. It's just somebody was in the neighborhood fucking with people's shit. It looked like it. And put only a piece of the corner of that seat got burnt up like that. You made it seem like the shit was melted. The engine melted. It's orange and black. That car wasn't destroyed. Get the fuck. This whole fucking case is a fucking conundrum, bro. There's no. This is just a humiliation ritual. They distracting us from a lot of shit, man. I don't know what the fuck is going on, bro. The world, we in a whole nother parallel dimension, man. Thanks to CERN. CERN with that fucking particle accelerator, they put us in a whole nother fucking parallel universe. Because it's like Bizarro World, man. Who gives a fuck? These are niggas fighting over a fucking hoe. This is fucking strange. This is the strangest fucking shit I've ever seen in my life. I don't care what anybody takes on this shit. The Megan Thee Stallion shit's going on. The fucking black women are dying alone. This shit is fucking disgusting out here, bro. This is fucking crazy. This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my fucking life, bro. The dumbest shit. This is fucking dumb. Oh my fucking God. There's nothing about him selling bricks, prostitution. We ain't hear nothing about Diddy being gay yet. And everybody think Diddy gay. He just a freak. He ain't gay. He ain't get no. None of them prostitutes, none of the male escorts said they bust this nigga down yet. This shit is crazy. He probably just had Meek Mill do some weird freaky shit to him. Justin Bieber do some weird freaky shit to him. Yo, this shit is fucking insane, man. Let me know what you think. Shout out to Access Hollywood, fair use, nigga. But this is the fucking strangest shit. I don't know what this cute little white girl is, but she is cute. Cute white girl is sitting in the court. But this is fucking strange. This is for the ages, bro. Predictions, Ascension, love me, hate me. There's no between. Like, comment, subscribe. Help me out the motherfucking algorithm. You already know. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Prediction Ascension on X. It's some crazy freaky shit out here. Cause even I'm a freak, nigga. You know, I do freaky shit too. But I ain't smearing another nigga nut on my face or my motherfucking nipples thing. I ain't doing it. It is what it is, man. MAGA forever.